Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the monthly transit results for the upcoming month of April. Like rather, I would say what a beautiful and exciting month this is going to be. Because guys, the way planets are behaving, definitely it is going to be creating a lot of the uncertainty, unpredictability, sudden results, little bit of the blockages as well. So a lot in store. But guys, before we will get into that, like some of the important festivals which will be lining up in this month is definitely we all will be celebrating the arrival of the goddess Navratris from April 9th till April 17th. We will be celebrating that. Along with that, for all the Lord Hanuman devotees and followers, April 23rd will be celebrated as the birth anniversary of the Lord Hanuman as well. And along with that, guys, definitely we will be getting done with this lunar eclipse in this month on 24th. And after that, on April 8th, we will be having a solar eclipse as well. Now guys, before we will shift our discussion customized to all the rising signs, let's first try to understand how individually planets are going to be behaving this month. So guys, starting first with the sun. So definitely sun is going to be transiting till April 12th in the Pisces, which is a very vulnerable zone because it is conjunct with the Rahu. So that is the only reason I've been repeatedly saying this thing, that in whichever domain this Pisces energy is falling in your chart, you have to guard your public image in a very cautious way. The good part is that once our sun will get exalted during this year, it is going to be a very special sort of exaltation because half of the month it is going to be getting conjunct with Jupiter in the Aries sign as well. So definitely guys, like recognition aspect is going to be very strong, and that too for something which you have already earned, like a divine blessing and recognition. Now when we talk about from Mars's point of view, definitely guys, Mars, which is transiting in the Aquarius, it is conjunct with the planet Saturn over there, which can actually make someone strong-willed, strong determination, having a very go-getter approach, doing something very substantial in the public domain. But again guys, the way planets are behaving, beyond doubt, like the way the age-old wisdom says that if being asked out by these two planets at the same time, always take the advice, always take the path being tread out by Saturn for you, because Saturn always has something which is good in store for you. So I would still say this thing, that out of this whole planetary war, Saturn, because of the role which it is playing during this year, and because it is transiting in its own Mool Trikona sign, it is definitely going to have a upper edge. So which will definitely somehow tame or control the aggression of the planet Mars as well. Along with that guys, when we talk about from Venus's point of view, so definitely Venus is going to be like from the beginning of this month till like April 23rd, it is going to be exalted. But during this time, exaltation is little bit different because it is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu over there as well. So some sort of uncertainty in the matters of relationship. So guys, the video which I recently did, kind of a podcast, Zoom session with great astrologer Anahita Rao. So over there as well, we discussed this thing, that whenever Rahu in any way comes in contact with a very strong Venus, so this is a sort of attraction, this is a sort of chemistry which happens in a very sudden way. So like you did not know someone and now you are so attached, and or this could be case you have been single for a long time, suddenly you got attracted to someone, suddenly someone entered into your life. So and because over here it's not like that Venus is afflicted. Somehow Venus, which is considered as the preceptor or teacher to the demons, so when it comes down to Rahu and Ketu, they somehow respect Venus, and Venus is going to be exalted in its own territory. So that in itself means that somehow charm, attraction, your inclination and interest towards beautiful things, comfortable things, luxury is going to be very strong. And after that guys, once from April 24th, once Venus will transit to the Aries sign, the chemistry will be very different that time, because then it is going to be, after a demon, it is going to be conjunct with the planet Jupiter over there. So I will talk about that separately. Now guys, when we talk about the role which Mercury is going to be playing during this month, so definitely guys, Mercury for a major portion of the time is going to be retrograde as well. Like from April 2nd till April 24th, it is going to be in a retrograde motion. So it will start the month being in a Aries in a retrograde motion, and then on like April 9th only, it will transit to the sign of Pisces, again the sign of its debilitation. So from the Mercury's point of view, sensitivity, caution, care needs to be followed. Like if Mercury is your ascendant lord, if you are in a business of Mercury, like specifically communication, languages, teaching, exchange of services, or commissioning work and all, travel, business, industry and all, so be very careful while taking any important steps. And the best remedy for Mercury is that stay respectful towards your aunts, towards your sister and your relationship with them. Now guys, when we talk about the role which Saturn is going to be playing, so definitely Saturn is going to be changing its nakshatra in this month. It is going to be shifting from Sadbhisha to the Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. So from the global point of view, definitely it will be a announcement of too many war front which will be opening up now for sure. And when we talk about in our personal life as well, so I would say this thing that Saturn in the Sadbhisha has got more to do with mystery, planning, being in a back foot, but Saturn in the Purvabhadrapada tend to remain a little bit more progressive and in a state to manifest some very strong results. So yes guys, that was about just a basic overview, the way planets are going to be behaving during this month. Now we will shift our discussion customized to all the rising signs. So now guys, starting first with the Aries Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, definitely whenever we have to do the analysis, it all has to first begin with observing what is happening with your ascendant lord. So your ascendant lord is going to be definitely transiting in your 11th house. So from the point of view of recognition, even during this month, it is a promising indication. But definitely guys, because Saturn is going to be conjunct over there with the Mars, both of these two planets are very important for you, for your public image, for your health, for your recognition, for your gains, for your social circle. So there will be a little bit of the discomfort, but it will only push you in a positive direction. Along with that guys, when we talk about what is happening in the matters of your finances, relationship and all, so your second house and the 7th house lord planet Venus is going to be transiting in your 12th house, being conjunct with the Rahu. So again guys, because definitely those who are already in a relationship, I would say this thing that it is a time of enjoying and being in that pleasurable ride or pleasurable mode. For a lot many people, this will definitely create a temptation for, like the way in foreign countries, Western culture, we say that live-in relationship or one night stands or hookup or these kind of energy. So over there you have to be a little bit cautious and careful. Again guys, it all depends on individual to individual what exactly is your lifestyle. But Venus during this month is not creating a energy more of saving or income generation point of view, the way it is creating for pleasures, indulgences, enjoyment, happiness and all. So over there balance and kind of moderate approach needs to be followed. Now guys, when we talk about from the Mercury's point of view, so definitely guys, your 3rd house and your 6th house lord is still going to be in a state of affliction. So that in itself means that during this month, if you have to sign any new contract, if you have to sign any new, like any paperwork, any contractual work, signing any lease or any of the short travels and all, over there you have to remain a little bit cautious and careful. Like I mean to say that do not have your blind faith on any person while dealing with any sort of paperwork. Apart from that guys, the planet which is going to be playing a very important role for you during this month is your 5th house lord, because Sun has actually gone through a lot of affliction from the past 2 months. Like first it was conjunct with its arch enemy Saturn in the 11th house, then it was kind of being in an eclipse kind of energy because of the influence of the Rahu in the 12th house of yours. But now finally Sun is going to be getting exalted in your 1st house. So guys, during this month I would say that specifically after the second half of the month, a lot many Aries Lagna natives will stand a chance, like suddenly coming into limelight, suddenly getting the visibility, or like I would say this thing specifically if you are a performing artist or anything to do with, like if art, entertainment, content creation, spirituality, all the fifth house related domain is getting applicable in your case, then I would say this thing that you are headed in the right direction. So guys, the summary or the gist of this month for the Aries Lagna native is that this is a very good month, specifically after the second half of the month, for standing a chance for coming into the limelight, standing a chance for some sort of recognition, public recognition and all. Now when we talk about for any sort of paperwork, any sort of social gatherings or short journeys or travels, caution and care has to be followed over there. And in the matters of personal life or relationship and all, or your definition of enjoyment and happiness, that could be little bit twisted during this month, because the kind of energy Venus and Rahu is going to be creating in your 12th house. So that is all what I have to say for all the Aries Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna natives, so definitely guys, any sort of monthly transit as well, it always first start with what exactly is happening with your ascendant lord in the month's transit. So your ascendant lord is going to be starting the month being exalted in the 11th house and being conjunct with Rahu. So guys, I will not be surprised if during this month, like Taurus natives, specifically those ones who are currently single, they will definitely stand a chance for running into someone, being introduced to someone, some new love romance happening in a very sudden way, like suddenly getting attracted to someone, or suddenly someone is out of nowhere is interested in you. So that sort of yoga is going to be getting generated for the Taurus Lagna natives during this month. Again guys, like the way when we were discussing the same thing for the Aries Lagna, Venus Rahu getting conjunct in the 12th house is altogether different compared to Venus getting exalted, getting conjunct with Rahu in the 11th house. And nothing would be better than that if in your line of work you're dealing in a domain where Venus energy of high-end luxury, of hospitality, art, entertainment, and because Rahu is also involved, so cosmopolitan, international involvement, or involvement of international people, cosmopolitan entities in it. So you are definitely headed in the right direction. And like the way I mentioned, lot many people will also stand a chance for some sudden recognition, like if you are out of job, suddenly getting a job, suddenly getting a very big client. So that sort of yoga is going to be getting formed for the like Taurus Lagna natives to begin with. Now guys, after that, when we talk about the role which other planets are playing, so definitely your second house lord, which is the planet Mercury, it is again guys during this whole month it is going to be kind of afflicted, like major portion of the month it is going to be retrograde. From April 9th it will again enter the sign of its debilitation. So all of that means that any of the important financial decision, like specifically like where too much of the paperwork is required, meticulous paying attention to meticulous details is involved, or this could be your accountability and responsibility towards your family, towards your children and all. So over there caution and care needs to be followed. There's a strong possibility of some slip up happening, like some carelessness might landed you into something, like where you forgot to sign some important document, the whole thing snowballed into something. So those sort of situation or circumstances might erupt for the Taurus Lagna natives. Apart from that guys, when we talk about the kind of role which sun is going to be playing for you, so guys, it's not individually your 4th house lord getting exalted in the 12th house, but it is going to be briefly getting conjunct with Jupiter over there as well, because in the first week of May only Jupiter will enter your 1st house. So in a way guys, I would say this thing that if you are doing anything in the domain of the 12th house, like during this time only you're trying to, you have got your PR, and during this phase only you will be shifting and starting your life in a new country, or it's about admission in a foreign university. So whatsoever your objective is, and if it is connected with the matters of the foreign land, or if you are in a business of import export nature of work and all, so for all those people, if your life, your destiny, your undertakings are connected with the foreign land, so strong chances and possibility of finding success and recognition regarding that front, I'm not seeing you vulnerable. Apart from that, guys, if you have to see the kind of role which Mars and Saturn jointly are playing for you, so definitely, guys, like till almost the like 24th 25th of the month, Mars, your 7th house and the 12th house lord, is going to be conjunct with the planet Saturn in your 10th house in itself. So again, guys, that in itself tells about that at your workplace there is a high expectations which has been set for you. But the good part is that if you will only do your job in a very efficient or good way, so success and some big kind of recognition, big raise, so that is the kind of energy and aura which has been generated all around you. And the good part is that during this time you will be also accessible for help, support from people all around you as well. So yes, guys, time period seems to be a little bit pressure giving to you, but at the same time recognition, because a lot many times what happen is that if your 10th house is so strong and 11th house is not equally supportive, we keep on doing hard work for years without getting the due recognition. But you are actually running a yoga that any small favor, any small contribution done by you during this time will immediately create a hype around you. So yes, guys, so if I were to say pertaining to the matters of your finances, a little bit of the vulnerability will still remain in this month. In the matters of relationship, it's a very strong possibility, because in any case now after like from your 12th house, Jupiter is in any case coming to your first house. So for the relationship point of view, the month is very favorable. Once Jupiter will enter your first house from May onwards, that will be much more marriage kind of energy. But the energy of this month, so called the Western culture, like going on dates, meeting someone, hookups and all, I'm so sorry for using this word, but that is the kind of yoga and energy now, because Venus and Rahu getting conjunct in the 11th house, which is forming for you. So yes, guys, this is what in a nutshell energy of this month is for the Taurus Lagna natives. Little bit sign of caution for your any of the speculative stock market interest and all. So 5th house lord being retrograde, going back and forth, crossing the Gandanta zone and all. So just in the matters of your stock market investment and all, just be careful over there. But major areas of your life seems to be very uplifting, very supportive. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, definitely my analysis always will start with what is happening with your ascendant lord during this month. So your ascendant lord is going to be retrograde from like April 2nd till April 24th, and from April 9th in the same retrograde motion it is going to again enter its sign of debilitation as well. So that in itself means that there's a lot of chaos which is happening in the matters of your expectations set out in the life, and how much of the efforts you're actually putting in. So a balance has to be over there, like your expectations versus your boss's expectation. So all of that needs to be toned down at a same level. And during this month as well, guys, the same thing, it's your ascendant lord. So specifically the concerns of the nervous system, the concerns of your skin and all. So health and the stress level needs to be watched, needs to be observed. The highlight feature of this month for you is that Venus, your important planet, your 5th house lord, is going to be getting exalted in your 10th house, and it is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu. So that will create a sudden yoga of attraction, suddenly coming into limelight, or someone at your work front, suddenly you come into attention of some female boss or client or colleague and all. So regarding that front, and specifically if in your line of work you are chiefly operating in the domain of the Venus, and specifically Venus and Rahu energy, because Venus is going to be dignified in the Pisces, you add Rahu, it is going to amplify its qualities. So high-end luxury, high-end clients, or like shipping companies, or renting yacht rental and all. So if you are in those high-end luxury businesses and all, or in any way you are the face of something, this could be you are working as a news anchor, as an actor, as a journalist. So in whichever capacity, if you are the face of something over there at your work front, this placement of Venus and Rahu will definitely create lot of eyeballs will be observing you, your body language, your way of executing, your way of exerting yourself, your confidence. Everything is going to be in the eye of important people, that is for sure. Apart from that, guys, definitely you still have this month as well. Mars and Saturn are going to be conjunct in your 9th house, so that in itself means that bosses or father or all the guides in the life might be very critical, or they might expect much more from you. So do not expect some lucky breaks or things happening in a very easy way, because guys, that is what the beauty and the difference between the angular houses and the trine houses is, that from the angular houses you have to earn something. From the trine houses, with ease and grace, things can be accomplished, can be attained. But just because Mars and Saturn both conjunct in the 9th house, so that in itself means that do not rely on the lucky break. And specifically, guys, during the travel, specifically long distance travel and all, so some sort of inconveniences. So over there as well, if you have to undertake any travel, so do your check, do your packing in a very careful way. That is something which I want to say. So guys, if I were to summarize one by one, so pertaining to the matters of at your work front, standing a chance for some, like, some important project coming to you, or being able to head any important project or responsibility, some sort of romance at work front and all. Regarding that front, energy is very favorable for you. Pertaining to the matters of any paperwork, any file work, dealing with the friends and family and all, over there the month will be creating a little bit of the sensitivity or vulnerability. You have to be very careful over there. When we talk about the matters of the relationship, so guys, my recommendation, it's the last month only when Jupiter is transiting in your 11th house, the house of wish fulfillment, 7th house lord in the 11th house of wish fulfillment, because after that it is going to enter your 12th house. So like if you are already in that mode of on a lookout for a prospective match, so give your best in the month of April, because guys, during this month only, like briefly, like from April 13th, when Sun is going to get exalted in your 11th house. It is your 3rd house lord as well. So specifically for the content creators, for the freelance people, self-employed, so for all these people, they might stand a chance. So if you're a creator in any form, like if you're connected with sales, media, marketing and all, so suddenly landing at some very lucrative account, lucrative client, so those sort of possibilities can be foreseen for a lot many Gemini Lagna natives. So again guys, for the recognition point of view, for the wish fulfillment point of view, from the support point of view, whatever you are doing as a part of your talent and skill set, we all want that opportunity to showcase our talents. So regarding that front as well, the month is very favorable for you. So yes guys, this is some sort of highlights and like a snapshot of what is awaiting for the Gemini Lagna natives in this month of April. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer Lagna natives, so guys, in your case as well, like the month will start on a good note. As you can see that Venus is going to be getting exalted in your 9th house, and it is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So one thing is for sure, that if during this month you get any chance of travel, do not overlook that, because Venus and Rahu is a combination of high-end luxury, experiencing that happiness, exotic things, exotic people, very like that degree and sense of excellence and comfort and all, enjoyment and all is generally attached with Venus and Rahu. Because guys, when we talk about the relationship, love, romance, that might come from the 5th house, 12th house, 11th house, but 9th house is a very like idealistic house. So I mean to say, the only thing which can give you happiness from the 9th house, unless and until you are not a very strong knowledge seeker. If you are a knowledge seeker, your main ultimate objective in life is to be in that quest of the knowledge and getting the true knowledge from authentic people. But if it is not getting applicable in your case this strongly, so I would say this thing, that travels will prove to be very rewarding. Apart from that, guys, when we talk about your second house lord is going to be getting exalted in your 10th house during this month, and it is going to be briefly getting conjunct with Jupiter over there as well. So a lot many Cancer Lagna natives during this month will definitely stand a chance for being considered for a position, recognition, limelight. And see, generally we say this thing that something which you have been very hard working for, or this could be a case that you suddenly did something where the whole news of your feat, of your accomplishment spread like a wildfire in your whole family. Now the whole family is only talking about you. So again, guys, a lot of the dots have to connect for that to happen. You're already in that situation, your dashas are promising it, and then when everything get aligned, then the event triggers. So that's all what I want to say pertaining to the matters of your second house. But yes, guys, if you're connected with an industry which connects second house with the 10th house, like being in a food industry, being in a finance industry, any profile where public speaking is an integral part of your line of work, or connected with the government and all, in any of the public seat and all, so all those people will definitely stand a chance for recognition, for being in a limelight and all. And those people who are already out of job, in between job, they might stand a chance. Those people who have their own business, trying hard to get a client or get some very big lucrative account for their business, they might also stand a chance. So overall, in the matters of your 10th house, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. Now guys, when we talk about what is happening in the domain of your third house and the 12th house, because from the third house we see your talents, we see your initiatives, short travels, paperwork and all. So guys, the lord of that becomes the planet Mercury, which is going to be afflicted this month as well. It is going to be retrograde from April 2nd till April 24th, and it is going to be transiting in the Aries sign till April 9th, and after that it is going to be getting debilitated again in the 9th house. So guys, that all in itself means that do not blindly trust on other people's support. Like specifically when you have to do any paperwork, you have to sign any contract, any agreement and all, so over there you have to be additionally careful. Now guys, when we talk about the matters of your, like specifically what is happening in the domain of your 5th house, because your 5th house lord becomes the planet Mars during this month as well. It is going to be staying conjunct with the planet Saturn in your 8th house. So now guys, definitely like after April 25th and all, it will move, but till that time, for a better half of this month, it is going to be staying conjunct in your 8th house. So like the way I always say this thing, watch the concerns of your health, and specifically guys, in the transit, in whatsoever days the transiting moon, your ascendant lord, is going to be crossing from your 8th house, those days, those 2.5 days, you have to be very careful. Like that will create a typical yoga of suddenly health is not supporting you, suddenly getting a cut, getting a wound or something. So regarding the concerns of the health and all, the vulnerability is still going to be there. But again guys, over here they both are in such a alignment that if your whole life has been concentrated in the domain of the 8th house, occult, research, exploration, revenue, insurance and all, so if you are professionally operating in the domain of the 8th house, or if you are a student and your academic subjects are somehow connected with the 8th house and all, those people can still find success. And yes guys, I would still say this thing that now very soon Jupiter is going to be, after this month only, Jupiter is going to be entering your 11th house. So that will definitely create a very good yoga for the Cancer Lagna natives. I still have to make a video, exclusive video on the Jupiter's upcoming transit, but I can assure you the lord of the 9th house of your fortune, 6th house lord entering the 11th house will create a very good yoga for the success in your line of work. Whatever you have been working hard in your line of work, like struggling with, competing with, adjusting with, so the due recognition which has been long awaited will come to you. So yes guys, that is all what I have to say. Now if I were to summarize, pertaining to the matters of your finances, public image and all, the month is creating a very good energy. Like experiencing that sort of luxury in travels and all, or any concerns of import export nature of work, immigration related work, the month seems to be very favorable for you. The only concern is that with your Mars and Saturn being conjunct in the 8th house. So till the time this conjunction is there in your 8th house, and specifically the days, because it's not only the moon, it is your ascendant lord as well. Not only defines your emotions, it defines your whole existence, your whole physical existence. So those 2.5 days when your ascendant lord is going to be crossing from the 8th house, those 2.5 days you have to be careful of your health, of safeguarding yourself from any cuts, any small minor accident and all. So that is all what I can say for all the Cancer Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case now, as you can see this thing, that the month will definitely promise a lot for the Leo Lagna natives. Your ascendant lord is going to be getting exalted in the 9th house. Along with that, it is going to be briefly getting conjunct with the Jupiter as well. So I mean to say that if any capacity 9th house is getting applicable in your life right now, any of the concerns of higher studies or import export nature of work, any important business travel, or like any of the important life's decision, like the way, for example, in India as well, the election dates are out now. So if you're in that situation where the support of the luck is strongly needed, is required, so planets are definitely favoring you. So I'm saying that via so many combinations, because even after that Jupiter from your like 9th house, it is only going to enter your 10th house only. It is going to make things better only for you. So I mean to say planets are actually supporting you. Like it's a typical yoga for prestige, recognition, being considered for something important. Like lot many Leo Lagna natives might be kind of driven towards taking some pilgrimage during this month as well, which you should take. It will be very uplifting for you, spiritually very rewarding for you. Along with that guys, when we talk about the role which other planets are playing, so definitely guys, the problem which you are facing on the account of Mercury is still not over. Mercury from April 2nd till April 24th is going to be retrograde, crossing the Gandanta zone. Like on April 9th, it will enter your 8th house again, being in a debilitated state. So all of that just tells about that, yes, in the matters of your important financial decision making, and specifically where the word of someone, reference of someone, all of that is involved. We see, the thing is, when we're dealing with the strangers, we are always alert. It's only when we are dealing with the reference and all, we somehow becomes frivolous, casual, careless. So there's a very strong yoga of getting duped because of trusting someone blindly, or because of some mutual reference. So be very careful in all these areas. Apart from that guys, definitely Venus, your 3rd house and the 10th house lord, is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu in your 8th house. So guys, one thing is for sure, see guys, when we talk about this sort of combination taking place in the 12th house, in the 8th house, it's a different energy altogether. So again, I do not know how much you will like what I'm going to say, you're going to like it or not, but like in foreign countries, like the way in the Western culture where like live-in relationship or hookups, one night stand, so it is definitely going to be creating those sort of energy. So again, it all depends on your virtues, your lifestyle, desh kal patra, but yes, passion and energy is going to be very high. Again guys, Venus is not afflicted over here, so a lot many Leo Lagna natives will also stand a chance for suddenly being introduced to someone, suddenly getting attracted towards someone, or someone else is very much suddenly interested in you. So all of that energy and yoga is going to be getting formed in the matters of your 8th house. And again guys, as long as you are not doing something which is uncalled for, which is legitimate, decent, so I'm not seeing much of the vulnerability. But yes, passion, love, romance, sensual aspect, sensual fulfillment is definitely going to be the riding priority of this month for a lot many Leo Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the role which Mars and Saturn are going to be playing for you, they are both going to be conjunct in your 7th house only. So that in itself is a good energy. Like the way I mentioned this thing, 9th house being such a accentuated state, over and above that, Mars and Saturn forming this yoga in the 7th house of business, commercial decision making, relationship and all. So I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. Mars in any case is your Yog Karaka planet. Saturn, even from the Sadbisha this month, April 6th, it's going to enter the Purvabhadrabhata nakshatra only. So all of this planetary combinations is only going to be working in your favor only. So suddenly standing a chance for some new business, commercial alliance or acquisition of some new important bank, I mean to say client, some important account and all. So this is how energy is going to be getting created for the Leo Lagna natives. So yes guys, the way I'm looking at majority of your houses, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. So yes, you are headed in the right direction, and if you are well supported by good dashas as well, activated dasha period as well, so nothing can stop you. That is all what I can say for the Leo Lagna natives. So whether we talk about the matters of relationship, commercial interest, or personal happiness, travels, recognition, everywhere the month seems to be favoring you. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, as you can see this thing, the analysis always start first with the ascendant lord. So your ascendant lord is again going to be kind of afflicted, being in a compromised state during this month as well. So Mercury is going to be retrograde from April 2nd till April 24th. Till 9th, it is going to be transiting in your 8th house. Then it is going to be crossing the Gandanta zone. It is going to be in the better half of the month. It is going to be again transiting in your 7th house in a debilitated state. So all of that in itself just tells about that yes, health needs to be watched. In the matters of your like your career related, any important decision making needs to be done very cautiously, very carefully. It's a typical yoga where, you know, some misunderstanding happens, you forgot to reply some important email, you went on a meeting, you forgot to take some important document with you. So all these kind of you know, last minute like screw up can happen. So be very careful, specifically if you are dealing with any important job responsibilities. Now guys, the good part during this month is that Venus is going to be getting exalted in your 7th house, being conjunct with Rahu as well. So that will definitely suddenly create a yoga of running into someone, like suddenly finding someone very attractive, or someone else is suddenly interested in you, those people who are single. So guys, very soon Jupiter is also going to be like after the month of April, it is also going to be leaving your 8th house and is going to be entering your 9th house as well. So I would say this thing that Virgo Lagna natives, a lot many people will suddenly in a blink of eye might find themselves being in a very strange way in a relationship with someone. So those sort of energies might suddenly get created for the Virgo Lagna natives. Also guys, when we talk about the role which like Mercury is going to be playing for you, we have already discussed that. When we talk about what is happening in the domain of the Mars and Saturn taking place in your 6th house, so definitely guys, Saturn is a very auspicious important planet for you during this month only. It is going to be entering in the Purvabhadrapada nakshatra, which will only be a good news for you. And along with that guys, Mars's conjunction is going to be still staying intact in your 6th house. They both are somehow are the karaka of the 6th house as well. So if you are already in a leadership role, so it's a very good time for exertion of authority, coming out as very strong contender, being very forceful, able to destroy your enemies and all, capacity to work hard, handle pressure in a very efficient way. So overall guys, when we talk about the matters of the 6th house, I'm seeing you in a very blessed zone. Even in the matters of the 7th house, there is no affliction. The only concern is that in this whole blessing coming in from all different avenues, your ascendant lord in itself is weak. So listening to Vishnu Sahasranam is very much recommended. Feeding pigeons is recommended. And along with that guys, if I were to summarize in the matters of your finances and all, so specifically if you have your own business or something to do with the domain of art, entertainment, creativity, public service and all, lot many people will stand a chance, whether we talk about commercial opportunity or even in the personal life, in the matters of the relationship as well. Friends will definitely prove out to be a strong pillar of support for the Virgo Lagna natives. And yes guys, this is how I'm seeing. So you just have last 1 month of hardship to deal with, because Jupiter in your case is your 7th house lord and the 4th house lord as well. So let's say for example, if your personal life, your family life, domestic life has been going topsy-turvy from the past 10-11 months, so now all of that is going to be a matter of past, just the 1 month, and then Jupiter will enter your 9th house. Now guys, definitely Sun is going to be creating a very Vipreet kind of Raj Yoga for you. So being the 12th house lord, it is going to be getting exalted in your 8th house, being conjunct with Jupiter as well. So specifically those people who are connected with research, exploration, finding of something. So in some sudden reversed circumstances, your success will come, your big opportunity and recognition will come. So yes guys, overall it's a good and very exciting month for the Virgo Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Libra Lagna natives, I always say my favorite Lagna. So yes guys, let's see what is happening with you. So first of all, congratulations, your ascendant lord is going to be getting exalted. Not only getting exalted, it is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu as well. So trust me, if suddenly you get to know that okay, this co-worker has been secretly observing you, is interested in you, okay, I'm not saying stalking you, I mean to say interested in you, so do not be surprised. So in the matters of like running into someone, suddenly you are interested in someone or someone else is interested in you. So guys, let's say for example, a lot many times what happens is that we want something but we're not able to come to the reality of it, to terms of acceptance of it. So I mean to say, even if you slightly feel that okay, I want some excitement, or I want to go out, meet people, that my life has fallen into a rut, it has become so monotonous and all. So this month will definitely give you a lot of energy, time, provision for fun, adventure, excitement, opportunities and all. So do take that. Those who are single, so definitely there is a strong possibility of finding someone during this month. That is for sure. Second thing is that guys, now I will take up all the significations one by one. So guys, when we talk about what is happening in the matters of your like second house, so Mars becomes your second and the seventh house lord. It is transiting in your fifth house, and Saturn will also moving nakshatra during this month. So yes, in the matters of love, romance, relationship, some sudden lucrative return on the past investment and all, the month seems to be very favorable for the Libra Lagna natives. Even when we talk about what is happening in the matters of your third house and the sixth house lord, third house of your initiative, your relationship with the co-workers and all, so that lord, which is the planet Jupiter, is now finally after this month is going to be leaving your seventh house. So again guys, it's the last opportunity which you have. So anything like you want to you know, for long you want to do a collaboration with someone, partnership with someone, you want to ask someone out for the marriage related concerns and all, so this is the last month of window of opportunity for you, because after that Jupiter is going to shift to your 8th house. So please do not hesitate in asking someone out, whether for commercial reason, whether for any of the matrimonial relationship related concerns and all. But yes guys, for all those people who are like, you are like working in the domain of the third house, like sales, media, marketing, being a creator, performing artist, the month will definitely give you good launch pad, because your 11th house lord Sun is also going to be getting exalted in the 7th house, getting conjunct with Jupiter over there. So it's a blessed yoga which you guys are running. Like I mean to say, lot many times I come across people who are like not very satisfied, they feel that they deserve more and they're not able to you know, take this matter with their bosses and all. So it's a very good yoga, you know, during this month for recognition in the 7th house, you know, Bhavat Bhavam from the 10th house. 7th house is beautiful house guys. Bhavat Bhavam you apply from the 4th or from the 10th, you will reach the 7th, from 4th from the 4th, 10th from the 10th. So I mean to say, whatever will happen, it will not only uplift your public image, but will also give happiness to the family as well. So regarding that front guys, a lot of good energy I'm seeing in the matters of your 7th house, uplifting energy. Along with that guys, the only planet which is going to be creating concern during this month for you and for everyone is the planet Mercury. So because Mercury, your 9th house lord, is going to be retrograde a major portion of this month from April 2nd till April 24th, and it is going to be transiting in your 7th house till April 9th, and then it is going to be crossing the Gandhanta zone. It is going to be transiting in your 6th house as well. So yes guys, I would say this thing that do not rely blindly on someone, like specifically where any important paperwork is involved, where any of those, you know, signing any contract, agreement, any lease or something. So do the background check properly, because see, Mercury in your case carries the energy of the 9th house as well. So 9th house is where there's too much of the faith in the goodness of the world, reference and all. And trust me, whenever I have dealt with strangers, I've never got duped. It's only when the reference is there, I get careless, I completely surrender, and lot many times the work never gets executed the way it could have otherwise been executed. So do not blindly take the word of someone. That is all what I can say. And yes guys, because in your case, both the houses of travels, like the 9th house and the 12th house, long distance travels and all, lot of that is kind of afflicted, shaky, is shook up during this month. So God forbid if during this month you have to take any international travel and all, so do your background check, do your paperwork, immigration, luggage, do everything carefully, because yeah, there could be a little bit sort of inconvenience which could happen being on transit, being on travel. But apart from that aspect, rest of the houses and the energy for this month seems to be very favorable for the Libra Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpio rising natives, so guys, in your case, definitely the transit of your ascendant lord becomes very important in any monthly transit calculation. So your ascendant lord Mars is going to be still transiting in the 4th house till April 22nd. But guys, the difference which is going to be happening during this month is that it is conjunct with the Saturn, and Saturn is going to be changing nakshatra. It is going to be transiting in the Purvabhadrapada nakshatra, the ruler of which is planet Jupiter, which is a very favorable planet for you. So I would say this thing, that if your interests are somehow aligned with the domain of the 4th house, like where we talk about construction, real estate, public service and all, so the month is creating a favorable energy for you. There could be some sort of domestic bickering and all. If you're already facing that, that might still remain, but for the commercial gains connected with the 4th house, it is still will be called as a good month for you. Apart from that guys, in your case, now as you can see that Venus is going to be getting exalted in your 5th house, getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So for the matters of the love, romance, relationship, like suddenly you are interested in someone, suddenly someone is interested in you, running into someone. So regarding all of that, the month is creating a very favorable energy, because guys, Jupiter, which has been long transiting in your 6th house, after the end of this month, it will also enter your 7th house, which will create a yoga of marriage for those who are looking for a prospective match. So I mean to say that you are definitely headed in the right direction, like, you know, a typical love story where you met someone during this month, and once Jupiter will enter in the 7th house, it will promise that in a form of marriage and all. So regarding that front, the month is creating a favorable energy. And specifically guys, because see, 5th house is a house of recreational activities, fun, entertaining activities and all. So Venus being exalted over there, being conjunct with Rahu, that in itself means that if in any capacity you are connected with the entertainment business, singing, music industry and all, like you are a fashion model, you are a fashion designer, during this time only you have to launch any of your work, you have to release any of your work. So the month is creating a very favorable energy regarding all that front, to being in the limelight where the whole world is revolving around you. Along with that guys, when we talk about the domain of the your 10th house, so guys, during this month your 10th house lord is going to be getting exalted in your 6th house, and because it is going to be briefly getting conjunct with the planet Jupiter as well, like from April 14th till the end of the April, it is going to be conjunct with Jupiter. After that it will move to your 7th house, so that will create a very good yoga of recognition in your line of work. So a lot many Scorpio Lagna natives will definitely stand a chance for being considered for next level, like this could be job promotion, this could be remuneration improvement. So if in any capacity you are in that crossroad where you are considering a job change, or you have your own business, you know, some lucrative clients coming to you, big business accounts coming to you. So regarding all that front, like whether this could be a case that you are a lawyer or you have to write any competitive exam, so recognition and limelight is definitely coming in the 6th house, and Jupiter is giving its blessing over there as well. So regarding that front, that is the one aspect of this month where you will definitely stand a very strong chance. Apart from that guys, the only one way I am seeing you vulnerable is that in the matters of the and the domain of the Mercury. So also guys, in Vedic astrology we say this thing, that if a bad planet for you is weak in their transit or even in your natal chart, it's never a matter of concern. Rather, it's a good news for you. So I would say this thing, that your 11th house and your 8th house lord planet Mercury, from April 2nd till 24th, it's going to be retrograde. Till April 9th, it is going to be transiting in your 8th house. But after that, in the same retrograde motion, it will enter your 5th house, being debilitated over there as well, transiting from the Gandanta zone. So all of that, guys, just creating a lot of vulnerability that do not blindly trust, specifically when it comes down to any reference, any word of mouth. And there could be a possibility that suddenly some friend will turn at your door in dire need of some financial help or aid and all. So over there, guys, you have to be very cautious, you have to be very careful, specifically where trusting and extending and going extra miles in order to help someone. This could be a friend within your community and all. So over there, do as much as it is not going to burn your own hands. And yes, guys, any sudden opportunity which comes to you, or suddenly you get introduced to someone. So when we talk about in the matters of love, romance, it is a good news for you. But when we talk about the commercial decision, important financial business decision, that should not be taken in a jiffy, that should not be taken in a rush. That is all what I can say for the Scorpio Lagna natives. So guys, if I were to summarize pertaining to the matters of your finances and all, so whatsoever hardship you have been facing, if it is getting applicable in your case, from the last week of the April only, you will start seeing an improvement in it. When we talk about the matters of your friendship, connection, your domestic life and all, there will be a little bit of the heated energy. But if commercially interested are connected over there, it is a good month for you. And yes, guys, for love, romance and all, recognition in your line of work, it's a very good month. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so guys, definitely in your case, as you can see this thing, that your ascendant lord is going to be spending its last month in the 5th house. After that, it is going to enter your 6th house. So guys, I would say this thing, that try to make the best use out of it. Your ascendant lord is there in the 5th house. It's the last month. So any of the domain of the 5th house, this could be your academic interest, your priority, attention towards your children, or this could be your attention, dedication, duty towards your hobbies, towards your partner and all. So try to prioritize everything, because then there's going to be major shift which is going to be happening in the transit, because ascendant lord shifting from the trine houses is always going to be a very depleting energy. So that is the first thing which I want to say. Second thing is that, guys, definitely during this month, Venus is going to be getting exalted in your 4th house, getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So yes, I would say this thing, that in the matters of your, if you're chiefly operating in the domain of the hospitality business or high-end luxury decor items and all, artificial jewelry and all, so those people will definitely stand a chance. And also, guys, because Venus is getting exalted in the 4th house, Rahu is only going to amplify its energy. So yes, deep inside, lot many people will be they will act like romantic at heart, very poetic, taking a lot of interest in reading romantic books or watching romantic serials, drama, K-dramas and all. So I'm very much sure that this Venus and Rahu energy stirring up your emotions will definitely give some pleasurable time with your family, with your loved one, with your partner, with your spouse. So it's a very good energy regarding that front, and nothing could be better than that if your profession is also connected with it. Along with that, guys, this month, the highlight of this month is that the kind of a very good Raj Yoga which is getting formed for you, because your 9th house lord is going to be getting exalted in your 5th house, and briefly it is going to be getting conjunct with the Jupiter over there as well. So all of that just tells about that if you are a student, you have to write any competitive exam, or those people who are connected with art, entertainment, media. So be ready if this month some sudden opportunity, audition comes to you, or if you have already done some work in the domain of the 5th house, so recognition of that, limelight of that will suddenly come during this month. So yes, guys, for the enhancement of your prestige, your reputation and all, the month is creating a very, very favorable energy. So guys, and the only way I'm seeing you guys vulnerable is that because Mercury becomes your 10th house and the 7th house lord, and it is going to be retrograde for a major half of this month, from April 2nd till April 24th. It is going to be retrograde. till April 9th, it is going to be transiting in a retrograde motion in your 5th house. Then it is going to be like covering the Gandanta zone. Then it is going to be getting debilitated in the 4th house. So all of that is a little bit sensitive energy, vulnerable energy. So I would say this thing that when we talk about in the matters of the like commercial decision making or your terms with your wife, with your partner, with your spouse, so over there some sort of misunderstanding, or I would say this thing that the energy is going to be more on the lines of that because of some careless stupid mistake done by your partner, it might be a point of discussion with both of you. But just because Venus is exalted in the 4th house, it is not going to affect you much. But yes, specifically when we talk about the commercial partnership and all, and your commercial decision and all, so all of that has to be taken with lot of care and all. So yes, all those decisions where your public image is getting affected or it is involved, like if you're already shouldering some important project, important responsibility, over there guys, you have to be additionally cautious and careful till the time Mercury, your 7th and the 10th house lord, is kind of afflicted in afflicted zone. So yes guys, the highlight of this month is that your 3rd house, where Mars is going to be transiting over there. Saturn is going to be changing nakshatra, Pur Bhadrapada. It is going to be transiting in your ascendant lord's nakshatra only. So that will definitely churn up some very good energy. I'm very much sure that during this month only, a lot of the Sagittarius Lagna natives, like if you are working as a creator, as a freelance person, self-employed, performing artist and all, so a lot many people will get some new ideas, or like lot many people will be in this mental planning mode, that okay, how can I expand myself, how can I scale up, are there some new avenues for product marketing, selling my product or my work and all. So yes, for thinking on the lines of like an entrepreneur, being in that expansion spree and all, the month is creating a favorable energy. So yes guys, that is all what I can say for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, as you can see this thing, that the highlight of this month is that your ascendant lord is going to be changing nakshatra. It is going to be entering in the Pur Bhadrapada nakshatra in the 2nd house. So all of that is a good news, like specifically some stark energy going in the matters of your 2nd house of finances will definitely turn the wheel in your favor. Second thing is that guys, in your 3rd house, Venus, your Yoga planet, is going to be getting exalted and it's going to get conjunct with Rahu. So nothing would be better than that. If you are a creator, you are an influencer, or something to do with sales, media, marketing and all, or you travel a lot because of your line of work and all, so some sort of pleasurable time, making some important connection. This is a typical yoga where people get romantically involved with their neighbors, with their colleagues, some sort of sudden attraction, sudden affair. You are suddenly interested into someone else is suddenly interested in you. So those sort of things. And again guys, because it's Venus and Rahu, so where you are breaking some rules and all, so that sort of fling or romance can actually stir up for a lot many Capricorn Lagna natives. Apart from that guys, the good part during this month is that your 8th house lord is going to be getting exalted in the 4th house, and it is going to get conjunct briefly with the Jupiter over there as well. So yes guys, some sudden change of circumstances, sudden outcome of the events might suddenly put the spotlight on you, suddenly put you on the limelight and all. 4th house is the house of the public domain as well. So if you're already operating, because we are running the month of like elections and all, so I would say this thing that yes, for those people who have any political interest in any capacity, the month seems to be favoring them, because even after that, even when Jupiter will leave their 4th house, even its stay in the 5th house is considered as equally fortunate. So yes guys, for the recognition, limelight point of view, like whatever you have been doing in your home turf, so recognition of that will be on the cards for lot many Capricorn Lagna natives. Second thing is that guys, if you have to see that how your other important planet Mercury is going to be behaving. So yes guys, Mercury is going to be afflicted during this month as well. It is going to be retrograde from April 2nd till April 24 till April 9th. It is going to be transiting in the Aries. Then in the same retrograde motion, it is going to cross the Gandanta zone and enter your 3rd house as well. So yes guys, when we talk about the matters of your, like, do not rely blindly on something, like when we talk about leap of faith or blindly taking someone's advice or just relying on some reference or word of mouth, you took some important decision. So refrain from all those actions. And yes guys, your 4th house and the 11th house lord planet Mars is going very strong in your 2nd house, being conjunct with your ascendant lord. So yes, if in your line of work your income is somehow connected with engineering, technology, construction, real estate, innovative goods, all those fields where too much of the muscle is needed and all, so those people will definitely get benefited. So yes guys, because the thing is, your 10th house lord is getting exalted this month, being conjunct with Rahu. Sun is also getting exalted in your 4th house. So yes guys, for like whatever field you are currently operating, but being able to get everyone's acceptance, everyone's accolades and acknowledgements for people for all that which you are doing, which could be because Rahu is also involved. So any experiments you will do in your existing line of work, like trying to do something and add one more layer of like some X factor in your offering, in your services, the way you multitask, the way you manage things will definitely suddenly put you in the forefront of being in the limelight, and your bosses supporting you with your vision and all. So regarding all of that guys, I'm not seeing you vulnerable. So overall, it's a very supportive month for the Capricorn Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, the good part is that any monthly transit always starts with what is happening with the ascendant lord in that period of time. So guys, at the beginning of this month only, like on April 6th, your ascendant lord is going to be coming out of the Sadbisha nakshatra, and it is going to be transiting in the Purvabhadrapad nakshatra. Now a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Jupiter, which in your case has got a rulership over both the houses of your income and financial opportunities. So regarding financial opportunities, not only it is getting promised from here, but also if you will look at your 2nd house and the 3rd house, like in your 2nd house, your Yog Karaka planet Venus is going to be getting exalted, getting conjunct with Rahu, and in the 3rd house, your 7th house lord is going to be getting exalted, getting conjunct with Jupiter. So all of that in a simpler language means that for some sort of windfall financial gain, some new financial avenues, some new business ideas, some new people connecting with you and coming in with some new opportunities, business ideas, innovation and all, the month seems to be favoring the Aquarius Lagna natives a lot. Now guys, when I say windfall gain, so your natal chart and the running dasha has to support that, has to promise that. But if everything is falling in line, the transit of this month is actually going to be very epic, very promising for you. Now guys, definitely nothing could be more better than that if it is happening in the 2nd house. And imagine if your income is also connected with the attributes of the Venus and Rahu, like you deal in the business of liquor, you deal in the business of perfume, high-end luxury goods, then this is the month for you. And also guys, because your 7th house lord is going to be getting exalted in the 3rd house, and it is going to get conjunct with the planet Jupiter over there as well. So definitely opportunities are coming to you. You are like ready and filled with energy and dynamism to act on those opportunities, and Jupiter is blessing you over there as well. So friends, family, colleagues will definitely prove to be a pillar of support to lot many Aquarius Lagna natives during this month. So guys, the only way I'm seeing you vulnerable is that the point number 1 is that Mars and Saturn are still conjunct in your 1st house. Mars will only leave your 1st house on April 22nd. So that means the head part needs to be guarded, like when you drive, you specifically biking around and also always wear a helmet. Like Mars and Saturn conjunct in the 1st house many times make the head part of the body prone towards injury, cuts and all. Second thing is that another important planet for you guys, which is Mercury, is heavily afflicted during this month as well. It is going to be retrograde from April 2nd till April 24th till 9th. April 9th, it is going to be transiting in the Aries in a retrograde motion. Then it is going to be crossing the Gandanta zone. Then it is going to getting debilitated. So all of that happening in the matters of your 2nd house and the 3rd house. That in itself means that some slip of tongue might land you in problem, or right at the last minute you forgot to sign some document, you forgot to carry some important papers with you on any important meeting. So be very careful around how you manage your daily chores and daily affairs. And yes, when you speak, you have to be very careful, very cautious. So yes guys, definitely pertaining to the matters of the relationship, new alliance, romance, and new financial commercial opportunities point of view, I'm not seeing you vulnerable. And yes, your 10th house lord is transiting right over there in your first house, Saturn transiting in a favorable nakshatra. So all of that is getting aligned in this way only, that for the exertion of the authority, right use of the authority, power concentrated to you, the month seems to be supporting and favoring the Aquarius Lagna natives a lot. So guys, like the way I mentioned that Mercury is going to be afflicted during this month as well. In your case, it has got a rulership over your 5th house as well. So while dealing with children, be careful, be very calm, and along with that, any of the matters of the stock market, investments, and specifically awaiting any good return on the investments and all, so over there you have to be careful. And yes, the energy is definitely creating a yoga of sensuality, passion and all, but because 5th house lord is afflicted, so there could be some misunderstanding with the partner as well. So that is all what I can say for the Aquarius Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Pisces Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, this is going to be the last month when your ascendant lord is transiting in the 2nd house. After that, it is going to shift to your 3rd house. Now guys, apart from that, like if you have to see the salient features of this month for you guys, so Mars and Saturn are conjunct in your 12th house. That in itself is a good energy if your like your objective and your interest are aligned with the foreign land. So guys, in one way I'm seeing you guys in a very beneficial status, because Saturn, which otherwise could create trouble for you, but Saturn from the Sadbisha is going to be transiting in the nakshatra of your ascendant lord, planet Jupiter, on April 6th. So which will be a supporting sign for you to an extent. Like definitely, if your career interests are aligned with the overseas, import, export, immigration, business and all, so those people will definitely get benefited. Like lot many Pisces Lagna native will also stand a chance for some overseas opportunity or work related foreign travels as well. So yes guys, that is one thing which I am foreseeing in the domain of your 12th house. Mars is still going to be staying conjunct with your 11th and 12th house lord in the 12th house in itself till April 22nd. So that in itself means the expenses still needs to be very well guarded, because more than the income, the expense ratio is very high for you as well during this month as well. So charities, donations will become very important. Apart from that guys, the good news for this month for you people is that Venus right at the beginning of this month only is going to enter your 1st house, and it is going to get exalted over there, getting conjunct with the Rahu. So yes, there will be a lot of charm and kind of allure and elegance which is overflowing from you. And like I'm very much sure that during this month, lot many Pisces Lagna will find themselves in this situation that suddenly someone is interested in you, or suddenly you got attracted towards someone. So those sort of yoga of attraction and charm towards each other is going to be getting generated for the Pisces Lagna natives during this month, which can be utilized well by people who are in the film, television, entertainment business, where being in the limelight, being talked about your good looks, all of that becomes very important. So regarding that front, it is a good news for the Pisces Lagna natives. And along with that guys, we cannot even overlook this fact that during this month, your 6th house lord is going to be getting exalted in your 2nd house on April 14th, and it is going to be getting the blessing from your ascendant lord, planet Jupiter, over there as well. So yes guys, if in any capacity your business, your interest are aligned with the government, this is going to be a very good month for you. Second thing is that whatever you have been doing as a part of your line of work, or your struggles, your hardship, you're supporting any cause, you are a volunteer of something, so due recognition. Like this is a typical yoga, because it's not only that the sun is getting exalted, but your ascendant lord is safeguarding it, supporting it. So that means whatsoever you deserve, hard earned by you, but the recognition part has been delayed so far, so this month can actually deliver that. So yes guys, for the recognition point of view, for charm, elegance, new connections, romance point of view, and along with that some overseas interest and good news point of view, the month seems to be favoring the Pisces Lagna natives. And along with that, guys, the only way I'm seeing you vulnerable is that your 4th and the 7th house Lord planet Mercury is going to be afflicted during this month as well. Like, it is going to be staying retrograde from April 2nd till April 24th. It is going to be transiting in the Aries sign till April 9th. After that, in the same retrograde motion, it is going to cross the Gandanta zone. Then it is going to get debilitated again in the Pisces. So I would say this thing, that the domain of the Mercury, which has to do with the matters of the any signing of any document, any lease, any contract, if you have to sign, specifically any of the concerns of how much time, energy, attention you're giving to your hobbies, to your friends and all. So all of that needs to be monitored. And also, guys, even in the matters of the family life as well, some sudden expense might also come on the knocking the doors. But apart from that, guys, apart from all those things, the beneficial aspect of this month is actually way too more compared to the vulnerability getting created by the planet Mercury. So my recommendation to the Pisces Lagna native is that if suddenly you find yourself at the epicenter of everywhere, the center of attention everywhere, try to make the best use of that, of all the attention you will be getting. And yes, from the financial point of view, recognition point of view as well, the month is creating a very favorable energy for the Pisces Lagna natives. So yes, guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For furthermore updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.